Hello, how are you? How you doing today? We are going to be doing a small video here where I'm just going to be talking to you a little bit. The oops, haha, professional. My comic book Red Knight is about to relaunch very soon, and I'm going to do it through Kickstarter. I just want to kind of give you heads up on that. That's going to be coming up on July 1st. And let me just do a quick thing here. There we go. Now we've been doing some cool stuff here. And I know you like cool stuff. Hey, Marion. It's always good to see you. So I just wanted to, oops, hold on. Speaking of cool stuff, I know this is awesome. All right. So yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of Red Knight news I mentioned to you. You probably already, if you follow my channel at all, you know that the Red Knight #1 Kickstarter is coming out. We are bringing back the whole band. Me, of course. We got JC Grande as artist. We have Shiloh Pinfield, James Harmon, colorist, Forrester Radlett, my wife, and Alex Breen as editors. So we're ready. We're ready to put on a show for you guys and tear stuff up with Red Knight and superhero comics. I hope you're ready for that. I am. I'm all set. So I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up. I'm hoping to maybe do to kind of help promote the show. To help promote the Kickstarter campaign. And I saw a friend of mine do this to much success. A friend of mine, Bob France, did a Kickstarter for Metal Shark Grow. He went all in. Now, granted, Bob is an old kind of former DJ, and you know, he had a really cool show on 96X, and he was great. So he definitely was able to use that to his advantage. I am a mediocre YouTuber, so I'm definitely going to use that to my advantage. So we're going to be talking about stuff. I'm going to come to maybe do a Facebook live video and a YouTube live video. I don't know if I can do them every day. Maybe I'll do them, maybe switch off and do them every other day. So, you know, we can kind of, promote this thing right. And might probably do them around 10 or 11 o'clock because, I work and I have stuff to do. So 10 is usually a pretty good time for me. I'm usually pretty solid at 10. And I am promoting, of course, the Red Knight Kickstarter. That's going to be starting July 1st, and it's going to run till the end of July. It's going to be a small goal. I just need to cover printing costs and kind of get the series up right. I'm going to also be, pushing more stuff on my website where you can buy my novel Davida, and I'm trying to set aside time to really start work on the second book, which is fine. I think only 12 copies have been bought. I think the universe is patiently waiting for the next one. So that's cool. So yeah, we're going to be doing a few things like that. I want to kind of maybe chat with followers and fans about Red Knight and about Manos and about the things I like. And we'll do, I don't know, I've been trying to decide if I should do any trivia games and kind of things like that, and just trying to think of anything fun and interesting to do to help launch the comic book and make this kind of fun. So hey, this is the studio here, also known as the spare bedroom, where we shoot the real Manos. Isn't it great? Of course, those Shogun Warriors I bought. Well, my parents bought them when I was 8. But I've had them since then. That's the Tom Servo that used to appear in all my earlier videos that Lindsay made by hand. And of course, that's my gigantic comic book collection. I don't know how big that is compared to other people. I'm sure I'm sure Kevin Smith has a much bigger collection than I do. And then of course my Spider-Man poster, which I bought that new. I bought that in like '89. And it's spent time on my wall in my closet for the last 30 years. So it's now perfectly framed, and that's what you see in the videos now. So yeah, I think I'm trying to decide if I should talk a lot about the comic book right now, but I think right now I should just, let you know, get ready. Red Knight is coming. I'll be posting a Kickstarter pitch video here within a few days. When the Kickstarter launches, I'll do that. So sometime next week, July 1st, I'll post a Kickstarter video here. And hopefully, I'll have a series to talk about every other day. Hey, Sid. Hey, Ian, I'm going to have to send you a message because I'm trying to figure out a file thing for a computer video I'm doing. Does that sound technical? That sounds too technical. I'm going to have to ask you a question about a file type on a video I'm trying to produce. I'll send you a message about that later. Let's see. Marion McDonough went to see King of the Monsters with my brother last weekend. I loved it. I really want to see it. I'm kind of like kicking myself because I haven't had a chance to like go and check out the movie. I do have tomorrow off, but I got to do some adult things, and not the fun adult things. The getting car repaired adult things. But both things involve lube jobs, weirdly enough. But I want to, I gotta see that movie, man, before it leaves theaters. I know I probably missed out on seeing Dark Phoenix and judging for myself how bad or good it is, or mediocre it is. Hey, Nightwing, how you doing? I picked up some comics this week. I haven't had a chance to read them. I just bought them a couple hours ago. So I haven't had a chance. I didn't do a This Week in Comics last weekend. I only bought 4 issues, and they were all okay. Nothing spectacular and blew my ass away. So Pops, maybe I'll talk about them briefly on this upcoming weekend's episode of This Week in Comics. Would be anybody interested in hearing me talk about Vertigo? Because I've been thinking a lot about Vertigo over the last couple weeks since the announcement. Sid2 said Wonder Woman was super fun this week. Yes, I bought Orlando's issue. I haven't read it yet. I'm looking forward to it. This week I bought Wonder Woman, Miss Marvel, Amazing Spider-Man. I bought Steven Universe, Avengers, and I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, and I missed the Unstoppable Wasp last week, so I was able to pick that up. It wasn't in my pull list for some reason last week, so I was able to get it. Let's see, Marion says, I hate that Vertigo's gone. And me too, it makes me a little sad. I gotta confess, I'm not terribly angry, and I'm not too disappointed or surprised, because it did seem in the last few years that Vertigo had become less of a priority. I think the last time they really did push Vertigo was the most recent relaunch of the Sandman titles. Other than that, it does seem like DC had long periods of time where they were kind of forgetting that Vertigo even exists. And I can't really think of a title. I don't know. Maybe they've had a couple titles in the last couple of years that have kind of like gotten people's attention. But ever since Karen Berger left, I've been worried about, the possible end of Vertigo. And unfortunately, last 3-4 years that's happened now. And yeah, I'm sad, but let me put something out here. Titles like Vertigo, what they did, kind of mature themed books that kind of tinge on the more like horror-based or fantasy-based, at least dealing with mature issues in a more comfortable way for mainstream audiences. And before Vertigo, that really wasn't done much. Sure, there were plenty of indie books that did this, but Vertigo was from DC Comics. And matter of fact, some of their characters intermingled with some of the DC characters. So this was new. And Karen Berger really championed that. Of course, you know, with some like the other creators, of course Neil Gaiman, but you know, Morrison, Garth Ennis, like Joe Thompson, a lot of great creators putting some stuff out there, and they really did change comic books. Like what you see from Image, like Image today, I don't know, would look like that if it wasn't for Vertigo. Like, I don't know how much we'd have Saga or Pretty Deadly or, you know, a whole bunch of other, or all these other, I don't know. I mean, would Bitch Planet ever exist without Vertigo? I don't know. It does seem almost like they've changed things so much, they made themselves slightly irrelevant, which is a good death. Like you're a victim of your own success. You change the rules to the point where you're not even unique anymore. Because I think what a lot of we're going to see from DC in the future, I think the more successful Vertigo titles are being blended into the regular DC universe, and we're going to see that side, like the Black. I think it's the Black Book line and a few other things from DC. So yeah, they won, even though you know they are ending. They still won, so it's not bad. Let's see, who do I got here? Oddball Comics. Hey, Oddball Comics. Hey, if you're watching this and you're looking for somebody new to review comics, check out Oddball Comics. That guy has some really good stuff. That's a good channel. He did an interview with me a few months ago. Excellent guy. You should subscribe to him. How's the publishing going? Yeah, so if you probably missed the first few minutes where I was talking about that, I'll just rephrase. The Kickstarter is about to launch on July 1st for Red Knight. And we have one book on the Manos Publishing website. It's DeVita. And let's see, once the Kickstarter finishes, we'll publish Red Knight #1, the new reprinted edition for the Manos banner. And the plan is, after that, keep publishing. And here's the thing, I'm going to be doing this, seriously, I'm going to be doing this as a quarterly. I've always wanted to do this book as a regular release, and I've never had, the closest I was able to was when I first did it. And I'm going to try and go back to that. I'm going to try and do a quarterly release schedule. And I'm 4 issues ahead of schedule, so, and issue 5 is almost done. So yeah, I mean, things are looking pretty good on that regard. And I know, look, doing indie comics is really tough for creators and also for fans. Like, if you really love an indie book, it might be months, even a couple of years between issues. So I understand that. I mean, it's frustrating. So I'm going to be trying to do as best as I can a regular release, because when I was doing the book pretty regularly, feedback, you know, that was pretty easy to kind of keep things up with fans. And once I had to take a break, that's when things got tough. And I got to tell you, there's a few fans, there's a number of fans who have been sticking with me all throughout this drought, and I want to thank you. I mean, you've been wonderful, kind of sticking with us. More than appreciate it. Red Knight fans are great. And, you know, my Manos fans are awesome. And, you know, there ain't many of us, but yeah, it's fine. I am cool with having a small but loyal following. That's fine with me. I'm happy. I'm happy anybody gives one single shit about what I say. Let's see. Yeah, Bolt says I'll be there for that. July 1st. Oh, Nightwing says July 1st. That's just in time for Canada Day. Hey, happy Canada Day. Let's see. So that's cool. All right. I'm trying to figure out how often I'm gonna do quite a few live videos during July to keep promoting this Kickstarter, because I want to remind you I'm doing it. So I'll probably be doing a little more than I have been. I've been doing maybe once a week, maybe. I'm gonna try and do, I don't know, what's not annoying? Like three during. Is that not irritating? Let's see. Sid, I'm only sticking around for the stupid jokes. That's right. I have a lot of stupid jokes, so stick around, baby. Let's see. 2 to 3 is fine. Yeah, I think so. I think maybe 3. I think is okay. So yeah, I guess I'll post a video of this week's comics probably this weekend. I have a Shiva review. You know, Sid Partu and I were going to do a Shiva review, but I've had trouble, you know, finding the right time. I hope you don't mind if I just go ahead and do it. Let's see. I did record a Steven Universe video with Deadpoolzilla, and I haven't edited together yet. I got to do that. It's a long video. It takes long. The big, long podcast style videos, they take a while to edit. So, you know, my patience is like, man, I don't have 6 hours to sit here. You know, I want to go do something. So, whoa, earthquake. Oh, sorry. My knee. While I'm promoting things, I think I mentioned this before. I mentioned this on Facebook. I mention it here. Alex Green, who's one of my editors for Red Knight, he has an awesome comic book called From Within, and this is a nice big trade. This is really. I'll put a link. I put some links in a couple of videos in the past, and I'll maybe do that again. And you know, hit me up if you want to see, you know, where you can get the book. Eyeball says, I feel you working on a script now. It sucks. It does suck. You know, I got to tell you, I was working on a Martha Brown miniseries. I've had to take a break on it. It was a 5-issue miniseries, and the departure from my previous publisher hasn't really damaged anything what I'm doing. If anything, it's like helped accelerate things, because now I can, like, you know, get in gear and getting stuff together the way I want to. The only thing that's really been, like, I don't want to say sacrificed, but the only thing that's been held up by it is the Martha Brown miniseries. So I don't know how I'm going to kind of publish that now. I may do that as a one-shot. I can't really condense that story, so I may write a new story for it. I may do the Martha Brown miniseries as a novel, or I may just, I don't know, put it on hold for the time being, which is too bad. I really love this script. It's Martha goes to Chicago to solve this series of supervillain murders. I really want to finish the script, because I really have a good ending for it. But I don't know. I think over the next 2 years, gets really successful, and I'm able to build an audience properly, I might be able to do the Martha Brown miniseries with a good Kickstarter. So that's kind of where we are here. Kickstarter at the end of the year with Honeycutt. Honeycutt is another one of my characters, and I've had like this one-shot script written for her for a while, and I love it. And that's going to be probably see how this goes, but you know, I may do one at the end. And Real Manos videos. Yeah, sorry, I haven't done too many lately. I've been trying every once in a while. I try to get to like do a whole bunch and be like a network of super cool, geeky information, and then I realize like, nah, I'm fine. I'd rather take a nap. Let's see, what's the goal for the Kickstarter? I don't know if I should say that just yet. It's going to be a small goal in relative to a lot of other Kickstarters, especially compared to um, um, like Bob Francis' Shark Bro. I mean, that was a pretty big Kickstarter. That was in the 20,000s, something like that. And a lot of the short views are usually between like 2 to 4,000. Mine's going to be much lower than that. It's going to be a very modest goal. I don't really need much to get this thing going. I would hope to progressively raise the goals the more successful the series is. But right now, I don't need too big of a goal, so it's not going to be that hardcore. It's gonna. I don't want to really say so much, but the plan is to be under 1,000. So that's kind of right now. And let's see. I hope to have the book out for general public. July. I chose July for a specific reason. July was the month I originally released the comic. So when spring happened and I realized I wasn't doing the book through my old publisher anymore, I latched on pretty quickly to July as a release. And that's going to be the month of the Kickstarter. And I guess for the general public, I'll like have the August issues ready. So after August, we're going to go into like, I guess, quarterly schedule. So it'll be like, September, October, probably November. And then February, I think, will be issue 3. And then spring, we'll have issue 4 out. So yeah, I'm all kind of like, I'm set. I can't wait to show you these issues, especially issues 4 and up in color. 4 looks gorgeous. 5 looks gorgeous. And we're going to start work colorizing. Sound like Ted Turner. Colorizing issues 6 through 8. Number 9 is actually colored. So I only have really 3 issues to color. So that's going to be really good. I have a crossover with another creator, and I keep I can't really tell you just yet, but that's going to be a good book. So I think that's kind of what I got going on right now. I don't know what else to talk about just yet. I don't think there's anything too shocking in the news lately. I'll talk about that next live video, and I will definitely do I think probably 3 videos a week, I think is pretty good. And I'll mix it up with like, standard videos. So I think that's it for now. I just want to touch base with you guys. Oh, Marion says, which kaiju would you like to see lurking close to Beach City? Ooh. I would be interested in Mothra. I would like to see how Mothra and her little tiny princess fairy minions would interact with Steven the Crystal Gems. I think that would be an interesting, cool story. Hey, for you Steven Universe fans, I bought the newest issue of Steven Universe, and I'll be reviewing that in this week with comics. I also picked up Amazing Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, Avengers, Wonder Woman, and last week's Unstoppable Wasp I picked up. So I'll be doing that sometime this weekend. Probably look for that probably maybe Saturday or Sunday. Thoughts on the upcoming Batwoman title with you-know-who? I assume you mean Tom King. I have been on a Batman break for a few years, and I actually been pretty good with it. So I don't really have too much of a dog. I don't have a dog in the Tom King fight. It's funny. I follow people who love and loathe Tom King on this title, which is kind of funny. I like Tom King. I think he's a great writer. He's a nice guy. I met him at a convention. Funny story. I had a table when I was with Primal Paper Comics and Red Knight at Virginia Comic Con, and next to me and Jeff was Tom King, and he had a table promoting. Where is it? This right here. This is his superhero novel, A Once Crowded Sky, and like he signed it for me right there, and really nice guy. And I didn't realize until like a couple months ago when I was thinking about this is like he bought a few issues of Red Knight, so he has a copy. I wish I took a picture with him so I could brag like, oh hey, Batman writer, has copies of Red Knight, but I'm not smart enough to think about stuff like that. If you're interested, you can check out his novel too. I assume this is in paperback now. This has been a few years. Once Crowded Sky, and it's about essentially it's a superhero universe all on its own, where all the powered characters lost their powers, and it's kind of kept as mysterious reason for through quite a bit of the book. It's really good. Let's see. Have you read Silver Surfer yet? Silver Surfer Black. I have not. I've been thinking about it because I love Trad Moore. I love Moore's work. He has such an interesting vibe to his work that I don't see in other like mainstream artists. So I'm really excited to check his stuff out. I want to see that guy on like all sorts of characters. He is just, man, he's just got such a crazy vibe and imagination to him. I just love to see him, flip out on stuff. You meant the Phantasm. Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, I forgot about the Phantasm as appearing in the Batman Catwoman book. I may check that out. I mean, because Phantasm's a character I've always wanted to see appear in the Batman comics, and have sometimes wondered why the hell isn't she appearing? And sometimes some dummy would go, well, the Reaper is kind of the Phantasm. No, I want the Phantasm to appear in the book. By the way, the Reaper also exists at the same. I hope they make some sort of mention of that, like maybe one accuses the other, ripping the other off. That would be fun. I'm curious to see how much in tune we are going to be with the original Adrian Beaumont. So I'm very curious to see, how this version will be. I could definitely see, especially with the tone that King has done with this Batman, that kind of relationship, that kind of backstory, I think would fit in really well. This is probably a really good time to bring her in, really. So I'm kind of all in on that. Let's see. Adol says about Silver Surfer Black, I assume. So good, has a few hidden messages. Yeah. I may just go back and pick up. I'm kind of a sucker for Moore's work, so I think I will check it out. Yeah, definitely think I might pick that up. So, I've been trying to think of a proper way of like doing some entertaining things. Like maybe I will like do some trivia questions or something like that, or maybe I'll read some of my work on some of these videos. Would you like that? Would you like me to read a little bit of like Davida or Caprice? I'll have to like try and figure out like, because there's some. I have made the joke that I don't think there's a page in Davida that isn't vulgar. It's a pretty violent and sexual and foul language filled novel. I was just really kind of on a roll with this. So I don't know. Maybe I might read a chapter out of this a couple of times during it. Because hell, I want to promote that thing. I think it's pretty good. Do some sneak peeks every so often. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, now that I'm going to get back on the roll with Red Knight, maybe I should do more like sneak peek videos and stuff like that. Like, hey, coming up in this issue of Red Knight, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really do that first time around. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of dumb when it comes to promotion. So, I mean, look, I got this YouTube channel and shit, and I don't know if I've ever really properly, for me, probably really used it in a profound method. There we go. This is my X-Men script, by the way. Let's see. Funniest Pearl moment in Steven Universe. Yeah. Probably her dissing Mayor Dewey, where he's hitting on her and she just stops talking to him and walks around where they were sitting just to sit somewhere else away from him. That's really funny. Her in the entire last one out of Beach City, she's really funny. And that whole episode might be my answer. She's really good in that one. Once you get the full story, I'll do a vid on it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we can definitely do that. I think that's it. I think I haven't come up with a proper schedule. Maybe when I do, I definitely will post a video. I think I'll post a video on July 1st to get everything going. That'll probably be the first. Yeah, okay. All right, I've just decided that. The next, the first live video to really kind of promote the Kickstarter will be on July 1st. And I will probably be doing live videos a week. So, you know, I'll need your support. I need your help, you know, to get this book out there. So I hope I can have it. If you can't support the book personally, I get it. You know, make sure you show it to people who might be interested in it. Because, yeah, look, this is what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be a comic book writer. I've always wanted to be a guy who be about bullshit and stuff like that. And I don't know, I kind of have that with YouTube, and I have that with Red Knight over the last few years, and I'd like to keep doing that. I'm kind of happy with it. So I want to make you happy by reading and watching this stuff. So, all right, I think that's it for now. So I'm going to push the button. And don't forget, don't hate, celebrate.